Well, I thought I would take a brief break from talking about psychological thrillers every week and talk about a cookbook. This video is part of a collaboration named Thursday Booktube and is hosted by myself and Life with Patty. Every Thursday we invite you to talk about any sort of book you want, a book that you enjoy, a cookbook like I'm doing today, a novel, a coloring book, a book you had as a child. If you are in a library you like, you can talk about that. A bookstore you like, whatever you like, as long as it's book related. We would love to hear from you. Upload a video, tag myself and Life with Patty, hashtag Thursday Booktube, and we'll put it on the playlist. Well, I had a little experience. We've had some power outages here, as I've mentioned probably several times in my videos because I find them baffling and difficult. We had a 2-day power outage, then we had a day where we had 2 half-hour power outages, which was planned. They were doing some power pole work, and then I was hanging out at the house getting ready to make applesauce and do other things because I was leaving the next day, and we had a power outage at 9 a.m. that lasted till 4. So I was not happy. So when we have power outage, I like to leave the house as much as possible. I go and get coffee, or I'll go to the library, or I'll do chores. So I went and got some lunch at the grocery store and checked my messages. Way back, I thought I'd go to the hospice thrift store, which I try to avoid going to thrift stores because I end up spending money there. So I really held back on multiple items that I saw there that looked very intriguing and urgent, but I could not hold back on this Farmer's Market Cookbook. It is by Better Homes and Gardens. And it was $2, and I thought that was perfectly fine. But when I got to the cashier, they said, do you have any credits? Because every time you purchase something from the hospice thrift store, they give you credits. I said, I don't know, let's check. So I had $1 worth of credits, so the book cost me $1. The reason I picked this book up is because, as you know, probably by watching my videos, I eat a lot of vegetables and I love fresh produce. So I looked through this first, and it was definitely right up my alley. The book itself is about 30 years old. It was published originally in 1993, as I said, Better Homes and Gardens. And there is a lot to be said about these old school cookbooks. I have a lot of them. Simple ingredients, simple recipes, things you would have at the house or would find very easily. And that is extremely meaningful. Some of these cookbooks are terrifying with what they want and ask for, and where the heck do I find that, and what is that even? So I flipped through. I like the recipes. I like the looks of the recipes. I'll tell you a couple of them that I liked, but I'll tell you first what I like about this particular book. First of all, it's fresh produce, and it is arranged by season. So they have like early season, middle of the season, and end of season. So the vegetable dishes are organized in that manner. I also really like the table of contents. Table of contents is arranged by ingredients. So tomatoes, all the tomato dishes. Grapes, all the grape dishes. Zucchini, all the zucchini dishes. You're not in the back of the book trying to figure out where things are because they have names like Mom's Favorite Casserole, which tells you nothing. These, you can go, you have a lot of zucchini or a lot of something, peppers, you could go look up peppers and see several different recipes that are peppers. So I love the ease of that. The vegetables are also plain and simple vegetables that you would find in the grocery store that you would be growing at your house. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. Not that there's wrong with out of the ordinary, but if I'm going to have a cookbook here, I want to be able to use it, and this checks all those boxes. And finally, the print was nice and large and high contrast, and for someone my age, that's important. Probably for just about anybody. You're not peering at it trying to figure out what it's saying. I've gotten books with very low contrast print to paper, and those are hard to read, and I tend not to look at them. But this one is clear, the font is clear, the print size is clear, the photos are beautiful. And that in itself is a plus for this particular cookbook. Oh, let me show you a couple of the recipes that look good to me, give you kind of a sampling. I have garlic mashed potatoes, Italian potatoes. I saw a deep dish apple pie in here. Leek and dried tomato appetizer tart. That looks amazing. So if you happen to run across this book in your wanderings in thrift stores or used bookstores, I highly recommend. If you're a vegetable lover and you like simple, good recipes, this is definitely a keeper. Thank you so much for watching.